Hello and welcome to a new lesson how to learn JavaScript from beginner to advanced. Today we'll discuss about how to cloning an object with nested properties, an imbricated object using JSON.parse, JSON.stringify object. Let's put this method in a comment that you see. This is the method for cloning a nested imbricated object. It's JSON.parse of JSON.stringify of object. Okay, we have here two methods. Now we have JSON.stringify of object. JSON.stringify of object, this converts the object into string, now into a JSON string. During this process, all nested objects and properties are converted into string format. This serialization removes any references to the original object in memory. First method, JSON.stringify object, transform all properties in strings. Okay. And we have another method, JSON.parse of strings now, because we have string here, JSON.parse of strings. This method then takes the JSON strings and parse it back into an object. Okay, first I have an object. Okay, let's see the object, an imbricated object inside another object, that means imbricated. I have an object user, this, and inside this object at address key I have this value, another object. That means I have now an imbricated object, and I want to clone this object. For this let's see, for for comparison I use this spread operator. I want to clone this object with with spread operator method, and I write here clone user equal spread operator of original object, of user. Okay, let's modify this clone. I want to change his city. I don't instead New York, I want to put Los Angeles, and I put with dot method clone users object, dot address, I am here, dot address, dot city, I am in nested object. I want to put Los Angeles instead New York, instead this. Okay, now let me to clone the both, because now I have two objects. I have original object and I have another one clone. I obtain it with spread operator, spread operator of original user, and after this I change Los Angeles, New York with Los Angeles, and now I console to see the result. I have original user with spread method, address New York, and I have clone user with city again New York, city New York, city New York. Okay, but here I put one where I change. Let's modify, because I modified I don't know where is I modify, but what happened here? Somebody delete, maybe, I don't know what happens. I have Los Angeles because original users Okay, and in the second again Los Angeles. What happened here? Because I want to modify just clone user. I write here clone users dot address dot city equal Los Angeles. But why you modify me here in the original? Yes, the answer is simple, because the both this is the both object are at the same address in the memory, and if I want to modify one, the changes will affect the both, and this is the reason for you can't to use this method for nested object, because the both, if you make a change, the both are changing. And because when you use spread operator, you make just a shallow copy, not without the references. Okay, good, let's see in this way. And now I will use this method, JSON.parse JSON.stringify object, for deeply imbricated object. To deep clone an object with nested property, use this JSON.parse JSON.stringify object. Okay, I use the same object, but here I create another clone of user, deep clone user equal JSON.parse JSON.stringify of user. In first instance, JSON.stringify user will transform all these in strings, and this JSON.parse will transform back into object. Okay, here I modify deep clone user object with Chicago. I understand what happened. Control Z, Control Z. Okay, I delete it. And after this, let me to console. Okay, original user with JSON.parse. Put here a JSON, and here with JSON.parse method and stringify. Let's analyze. I modify here, I put for deep clone user Chicago. This is deep clone user. Let's see if here is Los Angeles, because this is the original. I modify here now, and let's see for deeply clone users is Chicago. No, I modify here is Chicago. You see in this example how to modify with JSON.parse JSON.stringify object property. Okay, let's comment this, and now probably I will have here New York. Okay, is New York, because these line are cancelled, and here I have Chicago, because I modify here deep clone user. JSON.parse JSON.stringify object is okay if you want to clone a nested imbricated object, but because there are a but, you can use this method if, for example, if you have in object function. If the object contain function or method, they are lost in the process as they cannot be serialized into JSON. Okay. Let's see an example with this. For example, 2 seconds, this method. I have here an object with this method. I have an object with this method, greet function, anonymous function who return me hello name. Let's see. Here you see don't appear the hello name. If you use JSON.parse stringify, don't forget that this method doesn't work if you have function in object. If you have function in object, you should to use a library like low-clone deep. This is the library. Low-clone deep. Low- is the best approach if you have to clone an object, because when you work with app or other in your code, certainly you have a method in object. Retain, you should use low-. Retain, keep in your mind low-. Other methods are okay, but just if you don't have function. All the best.